Okay, so let's isolate this split surface. So isolate element. Something that I need to do. Let's reset. Isolate this, but I also need the CAD file. So let's change this to wireframe. So I can select the CAD file holding down the control key. So I have this surface and the CAD file, and then isolate. There you go. So that I still have the CAD file. So isolate both elements, the surface and the CAD file. Now we're going to create a region for the strip lines that will serve as paint lines for our parking, and likewise for our disability signage. Okay, so kindly go to massing and site, and this time we're going to sub-region. We're going to create sub-regions. Okay, so massing and site, sub-region, and then select pick lines. We're not going to add a paint, or we're not going to paint this surface here, so ignore that. I'm going to select this lines here. That will be the paint strip for our parking. I'm not going to paint that line as well. I'm going to paint this. Yes, I will. Again, be careful when you're selecting. You don't want to select the line twice. Okay. And then you do need to select the bottom and the top lines as well. So zoom in. Now be careful. You need to zoom in, because if you're zoomed out, you might accidentally click this line here. So zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. Okay, you do need to select the top line as well. Okay, here, notice that there's just one line right there, so I need to trim. So TR, need to trim this. Now, if I trim this, the reason why I do a split line is because once I trim this, see, notice all the rest gets cut out already, right? So cancel. So I would like to split it first. So SL, split this here, split this here, and here. Okay, I think that's it. And then go back to TR, trim. Now I can trim this. And they will nicely close those sub-regions. Notice the difference between sub-region and splitting surfaces. For splitting surfaces, you can only create one area at a time. Here, I have several areas, and these are sub-regions. Okay, click OK. And that should define my sub-region. And while that is still selected, I can change that to a white color. So let's just say white. Maybe a gypsum board. White. So any white color. You can create a material, but for now we'll just use, maybe not that gypsum board. Let's use about this one here, white, UMHV white. So upload that. select, and change this to something white. Right here. Okay. Okay, so that's a white material. So UMH. We'll learn about creating materials in the future. For now, we'll just use any white object like a tile. Okay, click OK. Click outside, and you get your white. Now, if you can select that and change the material there. For this one, we'll just select this and change the material as well using asphalt pavement. For the white, I actually selected the UHMW. So you can find that here under the Autodesk Material Library. If you don't have this area, you can click on this button here, Show Hide Library Panel.